Early in the morning.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and I'm back with another video today. One with a bit more positive spin on it, because yesterday I was a bit more emotional, a bit more annoyed. But you know, we go again. New day, new goals, new objectives, new emotions, new feelings. Yeah, we don't need to be on this negativity stuff. So as you can see from the title, it's going to be all about Tyrone Mings bodying, absolutely crucifying that low IQ Don Priti Patel, but while also Marcus Rashford releases a statement as well, apologising to the fans, which was really heartfelt, proper emotional. So I'm going to read that out right at the end. So hit the bell to be notified for me. Smash that like button for me, it would mean the world. It helps the channel grow. Smash it for all those England players that got us to the final. And yeah, man, merchandise is in the description below. So now starting with Tyrone Mings, right? He is a football player, and he basically tweeted a reply to a Priti Patel tweet. As you guys know, there was a lot of horrific scenes and horrible things that were said online about people, specific players, and she, along with other people, the Prime Minister, who's also called black people like pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. So all these people are now all of a sudden not, you know, they're all kind of trying to be heroes and stuff. But Priti Patel has come out and defended the players against the stuff that they've received online, right? And this is what she said in a tweet. Priti Patel tweeted, "I am disgusted that England players who have given so much for our country this summer have been subject to vile abuse on social media. It has no place in our country, and I back the police to hold those responsible accountable." Right? And this is what Tyrone Mings had to say. Absolutely put her in a place. Ether her. Nas versus Jay-Z her. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to stoke the fire at the beginning of the tournament by labelling our anti-R message as gesture politics, and then pretend to be disgusted when the very thing we're campaigning against happens. Now that is beautifully articulated. Flawless victory. Fatality. If you know, you know. Listen, yeah, more players need to do this. More people with influence need to do this. This is just Tyrone Mings. He's using his platform, he's using his voice the right way. Calling out hypocrisy, calling out contradictions. Priti Patel has done nothing for us, nothing for anyone, to be honest. You've got white people calling her PAKI, and they shouldn't be running for office. You know, that fat ginger guy was calling her PAKI. You know, black people don't like her because she's literally doing everything in her being, in her soul to ruin lives. If we're being honest, she called taking the knee gesture politics. When did these little buzzwords, like you'll notice these things about kind of like right-wing people, yeah? You'll notice not just politicians. You notice it about the low IQ people as well, who believe all the stuff that they hear and blah, blah, blah. They like using buzzwords. They like using hit pieces. You know the ones there where they kind of, where a word, if you say it, it's like, oh, that must mean like race baiting. What the hell was that? I'd never heard of that phrase until white people told me that's what we were doing. Literally, I can't even wrap my head around this. Experiencing R throughout my whole life, right? And then you come and tell me that when I try to explain R to you and how it's affected me for 26 years, you think I'm baiting. What is this? How the way we get gaslighted in this country is seriously damaging. It's so traumatic. It's so depressing. It's so bad for our mental health. Literally. Imagine a whole race of people being gaslighted and being told that your experience is just not true, and everything you're doing, everything you're fighting for is just gesture politics, and BLM is just a political group. What? How can you spin a narrative so much and make people hate us more when we're actually victims? When we're actually victims of a system that is completely designed to, it's completely designed to keep certain people on the top and certain people on the bottom. It's as simple as that. Now, some people will tell you, oh, don't let the actions of a few ruin it for this and this. And you, that one there, that opinion there, I don't like that opinion. Yeah, people will tell you, oh, don't worry, it's just a small percentage of English people that are like this. No, it's not. How would you know? I've worked in Manchester for months on end. I've worked in Liverpool for months on end. I've worked all across the country, not for a weekend, not for a week. I've actually worked there for a long period of time, right? I'm very well travelled, not just in England, globally. I know exactly how bad and how ignorant so many people are. It's not just the opinions of a few. That few is goddamn big, I'm telling you. I'd go as far as to say, yeah, this country is pretty much 50-50. Seriously. This country is pretty much 50-50. I'll remind you again, who was it that was under the KKK hats? Who was it? Judges, politicians, police, teachers, your everyday neighbours. This is what people don't understand. You just think it's one extreme little group. No, it's not. I'd go as far as to say it's 50-50. 50% of the country of white people, for instance, are on side and understand, empathetic, open-minded. There's a whole 50% that ain't. That's scary, and I'd go as far as to say that. People think, nah, it's a little 10%, nah, a little 5%, little 1%. No. How do you differentiate? And that's the danger. How do you differentiate between the people that understand and want to help you and want to get you, and the people that just want to cuss you? We don't know. However, some of the messages I've been getting on Instagram over the last 24 hours have been really, really nice. I can't lie, really, really nice. You've got people apologising for being white, and I don't want that. See, that's what I don't want to happen. Yeah? Never apologise for being white. You don't have to be apologise. If you're not one of them, you're not one of them. And that's the beauty of this. Like, you can use your voice, you can use your skin, and you can actually use your privilege to help everyone else by just showing your support. You never apologise. I don't want that. I don't want white people to start kissing my ass and because that's not what we're trying to do here. We literally want equality. That's all we want. To be equal. We don't want to be better. We don't want to be more. We want to be equal. So I'm gonna accept your apology, but I don't want it. My white brothers, my white sisters, you don't have to apologise. The people that should be apologising are the ones that are the real culprits of this anger and animosity and you know what I'm saying? But just returning back to Priti Patel real quick, right? Look at your screens right now. Priti Patel describes BLM protests as dreadful. Home Secretary says she disagreed with last year's protests as well as taking the knee. Priti Patel's language fuels our attacks in same way Trump's does, charities claim. The Home Office mirrored in our claims, now plans another mass deportation of black people. Priti Patel says England fans have the right to boo players taking the knee. So, forgive me, Priti Patel, ugly Patel, yeah? Forgive me if I don't believe your forced, fake tweet condemning the actions. You're half Grenadian or half Ugandan, aren't you? Like half Uganda, half Indian or something. Literally. But you're desperate to be white. I'm sorry, you're desperate to be the elite white. You're desperate to be that Tory white. That's what you want to be. You want to be part of them. You want to be part of that 0.1% that seem to dictate all the rules and rah. You don't want to. You look at your skin and you hate yourself. Ugly Patel. That's what you think of yourself. Because when you look in the mirror, you don't like this. You don't want to be a part of this. You don't want to be a part of whatever culture you're a part of. You want to be a part of someone else. So own it. People like you and Candace Owens, own it. Be a part of it. Be a part of the elite selective group you want to be a part of. Because you ain't accepted by us, that's for sure. Any minority don't like you. You've done everything in your power to make sure minorities have a horrific experience here. So fuck you. Anyway, I'm just gonna end on this. Marcus Rashford released a really heartbreaking apology yesterday. And how sad is it that he's the second most used player in the world. By the way, that's facts. There's an official report that came out. Rashford, an English football player, is the second most in the world. That's crazy. And he's the one apologising to fans. Shocking. Anyway, let me read this and I'm gonna go. It says, I don't even know where to start, and I don't even know how to put into words how I'm feeling at this exact time. I've had a difficult season. I think that's been clear for everyone to see, and I probably went into the final with lack of confidence. I've always backed myself for a penalty, but something didn't feel quite right. During the long run-up, I was saving myself a bit of time, and unfortunately the result was not what I wanted. I felt as though I'd let my teammates down. I felt as if I'd let everyone down. A penalty was all I'd been asked to contribute for the team. I can score penalties in my sleep, so why not that one? It's been playing in my head over and over since I struck the ball, and there's probably not a word to quite describe how it feels. Final, 55 years, one penalty, history. All I can say is sorry. I wish it had gone differently. Whilst I continue to say sorry, I want to shout out my teammates. This summer has been one of the best camps I've experienced, and you've all played a role in that. A brotherhood has been built that is unbreakable. Your success is my success. Your failures are mine. I've grown into a sport where I expect to read things about myself, whether to be this colour of my skin, where I grew up, or most recently, how I decide to spend my time off the pitch. I can take critique of my performance all day long. My penalty was not good enough. It should have gone in, but I will never apologise for who I am and where I came from. I felt no prouder moment than wearing those 3 lions on my chest and seeing my family cheer me on in a crowd of tens of thousands. I dreamt of days like this. The messages I've received today have been positively overwhelming, and seeing the response in Withington had me on the verge of tears. The communities that always wrap their arms around me continue to hold me up. I'm Marcus Rashford, 23 years old, black man from Withington and Wythenshawe, South Manchester. If I have nothing else, I have that. For all the kind messages, thank you. I'll be back stronger. We'll be back stronger. MR10. That there is truly, truly heartbreaking. I know football is a passionate game and one of history, but football and football fans made this man have to type out one of the most heartfelt, heartwarming apologies I've ever seen from a football player, to be honest, from anyone. He highlights real accountability even after the same country turned its back on him. Now, I don't care if it's a select few, it's enough. All you have to do is open your ears and open your eyes, and you will see the country we live in. You will see it. How many times and how many things are going to go wrong for us until you believe us? One person from my school was part of that collective of Chelsea fans that got banned, you know, in Paris for I think it was the Champions League final or Champions League somewhere. It wasn't the final, maybe. Where they booted they didn't let the black man on the train. Yeah, remember that? Remember that a few years ago? When that footage was flying around, someone from my school was there. Someone from my year, Sterling against City. How many times do you have to see these things? And that's just football, let alone all the other things I've reported on, all the other stories I've done in my time here that are all R-related. Do you understand? And I intentionally avoid a lot of R topics these days because one, it's damaging for my mental health, it triggers me every single time I do them. And the response, people don't care. These things happen, so no one, if I do a video with something about race or whatever, no one cares. The views will go down, the engagement goes down because no one cares. And unfortunately, it's the thing I care about the most in this world. Because I'm gonna leave you with this. I've always wanted to know what it feels like to be white for one day. Because white people go their entire days, entire weeks, entire months, entire years, entire lives without actually thinking about this. Like, you don't have conversations with your friends all day, every day about this. Like, I have no idea how people, white people that is, can go 24 hours, a whole day, from start of work to end of work to dinner, breakfast, whatever, without being reminded of their skin. That I can't fathom that reality. Minorities live and breathe their skin. So when people say, oh, why are you making it about race? It's not everything's about, no, it is. And that's the alarming thing. It is. We are reminded of this every single day. That is a horrible reality. It's horrible. I would never change it for the world because I'm proud to be where I'm from, but it is a horrific reality, and I would love to know what it's like for one day just to be white and not actually think about race, not think about skin. Just to go their whole day thinking about food and football or whatever, maybe the bills, and don't get me wrong, there's hardship, bills and debts or whatever, yeah, you'll be thinking about that fair, but to not have to think about this, to not have to be reminded of this, must be nice, man. It really must be. But anyway, this video was way longer than I wanted it to be. I've got work. I've literally got to edit this quick and go to work because yeah, non-stop. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Big up Rashford. Big up Tyrone, Mings, Priti Patel. You can kiss my ass. And yeah, Peace.